So I just got a word and I wanted to share it with somebody out there who needs to hear this because you're going through some type of pain right now. Understand that in life, your goal is to turn any pain into purpose. You'll never know how strong or how resilient that you are until you're put in situations where it is very uncomfortable. Why? Is because that means that there's growth. And when I talk about turning your pain into purpose, I think back to the relationship that I often wanted with my father. I didn't get it, and I think around ninth grade, I decided that I wasn't going to go through it anymore as far as the pain, and I made a decision that that was no longer going to hold me back. But I'll share with you how I've turned it into my purpose. The relationship that I've been able to build with my son, with CJ, the relationship that I've been able to build with so many young men, whether people are getting into real estate, whether I'm coaching these basketball kids and trying to show them principles around life, everything is around the purpose that I have. And this stemmed back from one time I got asked the question by one of my good brothers, and he said, there's 4 universal questions in the Bible. And until you know what all 4 of them are and you can answer them, you're always going to be struggling and looking for your purpose. And I didn't really understand it at the time until I figured out what those 4 are. And I'll give them to you right now. But number 1 is, who am I? Right? Number 2 is, why am I here? Why do I exist? Number 3 is, what is my purpose? Right? And number 4 is, where am I going? When it's all said and done, where am I going? And so I looked at that and I was like, okay. And I really did some deep studying on this. So I share this with you because for me, I look back and I said my purpose was to inspire other people to go out and live a life by their design. Now, first I had to start with youth. Why? Is because their minds are not already molded into bad habits. Their minds are fresh. Their minds can be taught that, listen, the world is mine if I'm going to go out and I'm going to build relationships and I'm going to make sure that I build a strong character, right? That character can be in your mind, but it damn sure better be in your heart. And that starts with integrity. There's a lot there that we'll talk about in another video. But I wanted to be clear on understanding that all of the pain that you go through. For me, one of the best ways that I could put this is, a couple years ago, there was a saying that was floating around the internet, and that said, if I didn't come from a wealthy family, guess what? A wealthy family must come from me. Well, for me, because again, my purpose and my pain, and I wanted to go even deeper. I wanted to be something that truly resonated with me, especially because at the time, money wasn't the thing that I was chasing, right? I'd already had it. I built what I needed to build. And so I said, if I didn't come from a loving father, guess what? A loving father must come from me. So that came because what? That came because I was searching for, how do I turn my pain into purpose, right? Any pain that I've endured. So for anybody out there right now, if you're going through some pain, ask yourself, how can I utilize this pain? How can I use it to my advantage to then live more in my purpose? Remember, in the dream we trust. That's all for this one. Catch you on the next one.